Welcome back to another YouTube video, you guys. Today is Fish Talk Friday. I'm filming this on the same day I'm uploading this. It's gonna be later in the day because it's already like 6 o'clock pretty much where I am. And I just got home from a bunch of doctor's appointments and stuff. Picked up a couple new lures, but actually, yeah, picked up a couple new lures. Gonna have to show you guys those in a future video. Not right now. This Fish Talk Friday is about, as you guys see by the title, my favorite topwater lure. By far. This is by far. And this might be some of your guys' favorite lure. This might not be. This might be your least favorite topwater lure. In my opinion, it's my favorite overall topwater lure. You know what I mean? Certain situations call, because you can't use this, you guys saw it in the thumbnail, it's the whopper plopper. You can use it in certain situations, you can't use it in certain situations. It has those double treble hooks. Not all people like it. I have a buddy who does not like treble hooks. I mean, he does kind of, but like he doesn't prefer using them, you know? They get hung up, the line gets caught around it, you know, all that stuff. One downside, I'm going to be going over the pros and cons of throwing a whopper plopper. I throw it in the 90 size, I believe it is. Let me just show you guys. So I got my Topwater Box in this bag right here. I should have it in here, yep. It's my Topwater Box. Keep It Real Fishing, go check them out on Instagram. At Keep It Real Fishing, you know. I got Buzzbaits, poppers, whopper ploppers, and frogs. Frogs, popping frogs, twitching frogs, you know, top toad, just you reel them in, you know. I'll show you guys everything in my Topwater Box. And I'll tell you what situations I throw them in. And why I love the whopper plopper so much. So, first we got the buzzbait, black buzzbait. I'm a type of guy who, early morning, throwing a white buzzbait. Late evening, throwing a black buzzbait. I don't throw buzzbaits really any other time besides morning and evening. So, yeah. A lot of people think that you should usually throw white in the morning, or white in the at night because they stand out more. Well, black, the profile is there when it's dark outside, and just that's how everyone's been fishing. So I like to fish black at night, you know, evening, all that stuff. Hold on, this line is tangled. I need to cut this off. Hold on. Alright, but yeah, basically, if you don't know what a buzzbait does, I throw all topwater on braid. You can throw it on monofilament. Don't throw it on fluorocarbon, really, because it's going to make them sink. Maybe, because fluoro sinks. Mono floats, braid floats, you know, I like throwing it on braid. Easier to get birds nest out. I just like braid in general. Throw big swim baits on braid too, because it's tough, you know, heavy line capacity. But if you don't know, you throw a buzzbait out, right? This is what it looks like. You can put a trailer hook. I don't really put trailers on it. Cast it out there. This thing spins, and it like spins water around, and this little metal thing here spins with it when it's like this. Spins with it. See how it spins around? Hold on, wait, it just moves. It basically just displaces water. Kind of like a whopper plopper, kind of does a similar act. Don't like them as much because the hookup, in my opinion, isn't as good. You got that single hook versus the double treble hooks on a whopper plopper. I rarely lose fish on a whopper plopper. The only time I ever lose a fish on a whopper plopper is if they barely bit it in the first place. Or if I'm just hauling the fish in. Like, I went fishing yesterday evening when the sun was setting in my neighborhood with a whopper plopper. Caught about 5 bass, I think. Not too big, but decent fish, you know, nothing small. And I caught a couple small ones, but most of them were pretty good, 1.5 pounds plus. And I got about 5 more blow-ups, and I lost a lot of them because I was just trying to haul the fish in. I shouldn't have been doing that, but I didn't have much time to be out, and I just wanted to catch as many fish as possible. And the top eyelet of my rod I used for throwing topwater is like messed up, and it like phrased my line. I snapped off about 4 times with the same whopper plopper, but it kept floating back to the top, and I just grabbed it. So next, after buzzbaits, we have poppers. Now the name pretty much tells what you do with it. You pop it. I have 3 here. This one came in a little fishing kit I got off Amazon for Christmas. Little tiny popper. We got this one, the Bass Pro Shops Tourney Special, I believe it is. $2.50. You know how, if you've ever been to Bass Pro, they usually have that, like, grab bucket. Not grab bucket. It's like a big, like, square, and there's, like, a bunch of lures in there, like Lippis cranks, any like hard lures like square bills, deep diving cranks, jerk baits, you know, spooks, poppers. They have all those in there. Rattle traps. They have all those in there, and they're all $2.50. They're actually good lures. They're made good. Hooks are pretty sharp, you know. $2.50 for these is a pretty good deal, you know. I don't fish a popper that much. My friend likes to use hula poppers, which give a way bigger splash. They have a way bigger like cup, basically. And I have this old one that I took the back hook off of because it's pretty small. So I took the back hook off of it. And I put it on an inline spinner that the hook fell off. It's like a little bluegill inline. It had like a feather. It was like a feathered treble. But this is my dad's. It's a really old one. Still work though. So basically with a popper, you just jerk the line and it goes like down and it cups water out and just splashes water out. And it's go like boom, boom, boom. Just keep walking it. Alright. Next we have frogs. I have a lot of frogs. I got a pack on Amazon of like 6 frogs. I got 2 packs of 6 frogs, so I have like over 12 frogs. Here, let me just go through a couple of them. This one's a little weird natural frog. It has a little underspin on it, so I'd reel this one in. You got your normal twitching frog. These need to be trimmed a little bit, they're a little long. Another popping frog. Little tiny, like, I'd use this for like crappie, something. Little bass too, you know. Just a little topwater. I tried this once at this pond with really little bass, didn't get anything. Then I switched to the whopper popper, which is much bigger than this, and I got bites. You know, I just love whopper poppers. Those are those frogs. That's 4 right now. And then we got this one. I really like the colors. It's white and black. 5, 6, 7. This is a popping frog. See how it has the mouth like a popper? This one's really weird. 8. Need to trim those too. I love this. This is my favorite one. 9. This is my favorite twitching frog. See, has a natural color on top and has that really bright color so when the fish can see it better. Got those natural talons or whatever you want to call them. I'm counting this as a frog. I don't know, wait, what am I at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is number 10. It's a rat. It's a rat. My friend gave this to me. I haven't used it yet, but I'm planning to use it. It's topwater. It's a frog, pretty much. It has like a ball in it or something. I don't even know. That's 10. Big popping frog. This is one of my favorite frogs. It's pretty big. It's lunker hunt. So is that little small one I showed you guys. This little crappie one. These 2 are lunker hunt. This one's really cool too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Frog number 13. Popping frog. This one's pretty cool too. I got a lot of nice frogs. You know, color doesn't matter that much. I don't know. I just told my mom one day, I was like, I want some topwater frogs. And she's got me 2 packs of 6. And I was like, thanks. You know, it's just awesome. But then we got Stanley top toads. You know, these things, my cousin in Texas caught his PB bass 7 pounds on white Stanley top toad. They make a bunch of colors. You just reel these things in. Hooks go. And then they come with a spare. I think they're about $7. I don't know though. Yeah, these things are cool. Haven't used them yet, will though. Last but not least, we have the old whopper plopper. I like bone color. I've caught fish on my friend's black whopper plopper. I don't know if it's just called black. I don't know if there's a special name for it, but yep, river to sea whopper plopper, about 13, 14 bucks. Basically, cast this out, reel it in. It's very simple, good for beginners, good for professionals. People catch a lot of bass on them. You know, this thing spins as you reel it in. This little rubber piece in the back. And it just spits water. It just spits water. It makes like a bubble trail, you know, kind of like a buzzbait. The fish can't resist it. They just go crazy for this. I caught not my PB smallmouth. My second biggest smallmouth. I think it clocked in about 2.3 pounds. Here's a picture of that right now. Yeah, they're just great. You know, the hooks are sharp on them. They're $13, so they should be a good lure, you know, for a topwater. This thing's pretty beat up. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, camera kind of picks it up. But, yeah, I just fish this thing all the time. It's not focusing. Well, I fish this thing all the time. Actually, it is in my opinion, the best topwater lure. There's many more topwater lures out there that I don't own. Spooks, walking baits. The list goes on and on. Hula poppers. There's so many topwater lures. This one out of the ones I have out of frogs, whether they be popping, twitching, just reel in, poppers, buzz baits, and this is just by far. When I saw this, my cousin gave it to me. When I saw this, I was like, what is that thing? And I was like researching. This is a while ago. I was researching it, and I was like, huh. I never thought I'd catch a fish on it because it just looks so weird. I was like, what is this thing? And then I did some research how to fish it, you know, and I was just impressed. Like, it's a great lure. Caught so many bass on it. I probably caught, when I went to Coons Lake the last video, caught 7 on this, I believe. I caught 5 on it yesterday. I caught like 3 or 4 at a little pond, then I caught a bunch of my aunt's pond, maybe like 3 more. I've caught well over 20 fish on this, and I've only been fishing it for maybe a month. Yeah, it's just been great. I'm going to catch so many more fish on it. You know, topwater is just special because it's so cool to see the bass come up and just eat it and suck it on there, and then you set the hook, and it's so much fun. Better than any other fishing, and you don't get snags. So, yeah, the pros about this thing is the fish can't resist it. You know, it's annoying for the fish. They love it. They hate it, so they eat it, you know. They go crazy for it. The only con I can think of, well, there's 2 cons. The treble hooks always get caught up with, like, your fishing line and stuff, and it just gets annoying. A lot of people don't like treble hooks. I don't mind them, you know. Treble hook baits, all my big swim baits pretty much have treble hooks, you know. It's just, I'm used to them. A lot of people aren't, though. Another thing is, when you fish this and you get weeds stuck inside there, it doesn't spin. It's just, like, reeling in. It sucks. So, you can't really fish this in, like, over, like, grass sometimes, because, like, the treble hooks get caught, and then it just, like, it's full of weeds. Whereas, like, a frog, you can just put this on the lily pads, pop it, you know, that's what I like using a frog for. Yep. Pretty awesome lure for open water, you know, casting in between docks. That's how I caught my fish at Coons Lake. I don't think I got any footage of me catching them on the GoPro, because the GoPro kept dying. I showed you guys on here, though, me catching some. I caught some off the dock, off the shore, some off the boat, you know. Just a great lure. I love it so much. Fish rarely come off unless, like I said, you just haul them in, horse them in, you know. So, my topwater box. Keep all the frogs over here. About 4 frogs per container. Got the whopper plopper, we got the poppers, we got the white buzzbaits and the black buzzbaits. And it really doesn't close that well. See, I like these clips. They're really secure. It's supposed to be watertight, but the buzzbaits kind of push them out. I need to get, like, those, like, they make, like, socks for the buzzbaits, like, just, like, these little, like, wallets almost that just close, like, Velcro close. Those are cool. My friend told me about those, but, yeah, this box I got in one of those, like, Yum kits. They're, like, not Bass Pro, Dick's Sporting Goods sells. It came with, like a bunch of, like, it was, like, by Yum, so it came with, like, some 4-inch, Senkos. So it came with 2 colors of 4-inch Senkos, 4 colors of 5-inch Senkos, and 2 colors of craw trailers. I just got that when I first started getting into bass fishing, like with lures, and it was just awesome. But now I just transferred those into little plastic baggies because I wanted this box, and it was just so much to, like, haul around a big box full of, like, these baits. I could fit all of them in a plastic bag, so I was just like, you know. So the swim bait I was talking about, I'm not going to show you guys, but it's my biggest swim bait. It's in here. It's in here. I'm not going to tell you guys anything more. It's in there. See you guys in the next video.